Hey guys, I'm going to be making a video response to iosum133 where he talks about how he sees a lot of people recommend that he goes to other lanes after he takes tier 1. He doesn't see a point in that. He asks, am I missing something out? He feels that it's better to take that advantage and slow push bot waves instead of going to mid lane. And he says if I can go for a kill, pick up at mid, then to camp mid for that tier 1. Great video, by the way, very helpful. Thank you for such a nice comment. So good question, my friend. And why do people lane swap? Why is it that they AD carry lane swaps after taking tier 1? Now let's go over that, shall we? Now let's talk about why you should swap. So let's say you're playing Kai'Sa not, you took bot turret at like 13 minutes somehow with the help of your jungler or even solo, who knows, and now you swap to mid lane. Why should you now swap? Now let's talk about it. Bot turret is now gone. Now the answer really depends on the game state. There are a few variables such as is dragon up, is herald up, what is the wave clear of the enemy mid laner, what is the wave clear of the enemy top laner. Let's say that the enemy mid laner is playing Corki with really good wave control and the enemy top laner is playing something like an Akali. Let's say this is an Akali top. You should actually go top lane if Drake is not up, because there's too much wave clear in mid lane. It's a lot easier to just go and take this top turret. If it is neutral, so let's say you're playing against a top laner that somehow has a lot of wave clear, like let's say something like a Jace, and the enemy mid laner also has a decent amount of wave clear, then you should go mid. Why? Because of map control. So the reason why you go mid lane is because your mid laner needs, or your top laner, whoever swap bot lane, needs solo EXP. It's very vital that the solo laner gets solo EXP so that they can play side lane. So that, let's say at 25 minutes into the game, Ahri isn't level 12 and Akali is level 14, and now you have a side lane situation where Ahri cannot play side lane at all. So that's why it's very important for the solo laner to get solo EXP. The second reason is safety. It's relatively, usually, not always, but most of the time, it's a lot more safe for the mid laner to be there solo. So for example, let's say the situation's like this, where Nautilus is mid lane. Now Ahri is going to be under-leveled in side lane. And Kai'Sa, the AD carry, the role of an AD carry is to team fight. Meaning that if you are going to perma do this, now you're not going to be in these team fights and Ahri is going to be solo leveled, which is going to mess up the lane assignments later on during the game. Now you can tell me, okay, but Nautilus can just stay bot lane with me. This messes up the map state. Now let me show you why. If you have Caitlyn and Lulu mid lane, and you have these two here, let's say you push all the way here. Let's say Akali manages to wave clear this. What the enemy can do is they can push, right? They can push because they're 1v2. Now they can move and rotate easily here, or they can rotate easily here, and they're always going to be first. Why? Because mid lane is the shortest lane. Because mid lane is the shortest lane, and the minions die before the side lane minions die, what will happen is that they will have first rotation, so they can easily flank you guys here, and they're going to have number advantage because Ahri is going to be stuck under the turret. So that's why it's very important to swap, right? Now, if you reverse it where you are mid lane, and let's say you're stronger than them. If you took bot turret, you should be stronger. What can happen is you push mid lane, right? And now you can rotate easily. Now you have control over the entire map. You can rotate top lane together, you can rotate bot lane together, you can go invade enemy jungle together. So the main reason why you swap in the mid game is to establish map control with your number advantage, right? You have two people in mid lane now. Now you have number advantage in mid lane. You can push mid lane, you catch the wave high. I'll make a video if you would like about what catching the wave high means if you don't understand and the importance of it. And then now you walk into the enemy jungle, or you walk in, you go take herald with the mid prow, you do whatever you want to do on the map. That is the main reason why you swap in the mid game. Now I'm not sure how it's going to change in terms of when they release, if they're going to release this new patch where they change mid lane minions. This is why every single coach in League is upset over this change, because it completely screws over mid-game macro, but that's a video for another time. I hope this video was useful for you, my friend, and if you have any more questions, please do feel free to ask. If anyone wants to ask anything, I will make a video response if it needs a video response. If it's something too general or something that I cannot make a video about, I'll just try my best to reply as a comment. Other than that, guys, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all in my next video.